Hello viewers, good morning. Myself I am K. Bhaskar. I am working as assistant professor in Department of Chemistry at SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. In this video presentation, we are going to continue our discussion on the topic that is synthesis based on carbon anions. In our last video presentation on this topic, we have covered the formation of carbon anions, structure and stabilities of carbon anions. There we discussed the comparison of stabilities of various carbon anions, and also what is the definition of active methylene compounds, and we have seen certain examples of active methylene compound like acetoacetic ester, which is also known as ethyl acetoacetate, right? We have covered the preparation and properties of acetoacetic ester as well as synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester, right? Now in this video presentation we are going to discuss about the another active methylene compound, that is malonic ester, right? You see, these are the learning outcomes. By the end of the video presentation, we are going to learn about the preparation and properties of malonic ester as well as synthetic applications of malonic ester, right? Similar to that of active methylene compound, that is acetoacetic ester, our malonic ester is also a very good important synthetic reagent in synthetic organic chemistry area. This is a very good reagent. This is a very good tool for synthetic chemists, from which we can prepare the various compounds like carboxylic acids, right? Dicarboxylic acids as well as long chain fatty acids. So based on the importance of this malonic ester, we are going to discuss about this malonic ester in this video presentation, right? And coming to this structure of this malonic ester, you can see here, this is an example of active methylene compound, because the definition active methylene compound says that these are the compounds containing active methylene group in them. What is active methylene group? It is a CH2 group which is flanked on both sides with withdrawing groups, two withdrawing groups. That methylene group, will call it as the active methylene group, and the compound containing active methylene group is called as active methylene compound. This active methylene group is very reactive because of the presence of two withdrawing groups, and our malonic ester is an example of active methylene compound in which the active methylene group, CH2 group, is flanked on both sides with the two withdrawing groups. In this case, both the withdrawing groups are aceters. Here both the withdrawing groups are aceters. This is known as diethyl ester of malonic acid, which is a dicarboxylic acid, right? Diethyl ester of dicarboxylic acid, that is malonic acid, right? And coming to the preparation of malonic ester, we can prepare the malonic ester by these following series of reactions. You can see on the slide, in which the carboxylic acid, here we have taken acetic acid. The acetic acid is the starting material. This acetic acid is subjected to chlorination at alpha carbon. By subjecting this carboxylic acid to the chlorine gas in presence of phosphorus, so thereby we will get a monochloroacetic acid as the product. This is a Nemer reaction which we have covered in carboxylic acids, that is HVZ reaction, Helmholtz-Zelensky reaction. Right? This alpha chloroacetic acid further upon reaction with potassium carbonate we will get the salt, that is potassium salt of monochloroacetic acid. Because here the carboxylic acid is the acid, potassium carbonate is the base, these two will react to give salt, that is the second step. In the second step we will get the potassium salt of monochloroacetic acid, which will further undergo nucleophilic substitution by potassium cyanide to get potassium salt of cyanoacetic acid, potassium salt of cyanoacetic acid. Right? This is the important compound from which we can easily prepare the malonic ester. Right? Our malonic ester can be easily synthesized by exposing this alpha cyanoacetic acid, potassium salt of alpha cyanoacetic acid, to the dry acid, that is dry hydrochloric acid and water. This cyano group will undergo hydrolysis to give carboxylic acid, so that we will get the malonic acid, that is the dicarboxylic acid, as the product, which upon reacting with ethanol it undergoes esterification to give diethyl malonate or malonic ester as the product. Right? So in this way, from the potassium salt of cyanoacetic acid we can get the malonic ester in two steps. The first step involves hydrolysis of cyano group, second step involves esterification of the formed carboxylic acid group. Right? In this way we can prepare the malonic ester. Right? And coming to the properties of malonic ester, it is a pleasant odor containing liquid. Its boiling point is around 190 degrees Celsius. It is almost less soluble or insoluble in water and more soluble in ether and other alcohol, organic solvents. And this malonic ester exists in two tautomeric forms. You can see in the slide, our malonic ester exhibit tautomerism. You can see on the left side it is the keto form, on the right side it is enolic form. Right? What is tautomerism? It is an isomerism, that is especially interconvertible isomers are called as tautomers. Right? Interconvertible isomers, those are called tautomers. Usually in the tautomers, one isomer is converted to another isomer by the shifting or the transfer of hydrogen atom, especially hydrogen atom, from one position to the other position. Right? But in this case, in the malonic esters, even though it exhibits tautomerism, but here in this case the enolic form is being present very little amount. Here the enolic form is being in very little amount because of its less stability. Right? And coming to the alkylation property, malonic esters, because of the presence of active methylene group, you see this active methylene group having hydrogen atoms in it. This hydrogen atom becomes relatively acidic because of these adjacent two withdrawing groups. So thereby it loses H+ ions easily when we subject this malonic ester to the base. Thereby we will get the carbon anion. This formed carbon anion is a stabilized one due to resonance structures. Right? This is a resonance stabilized carbon anion. Since this formed carbon anion is a resonance stabilized one, we can easily form this carbon anion by subjecting the malonic ester with the base. This formed carbon anion in the second step further undergoes alkylation at the active methylene carbon to give monoalkyl malonic ester. Right? in simple words, we can say that when we subject malonic aceter, that is active methylene compound, to the base followed by alkylation with the alkyl halide, we will get the alkylation at the active methylene carbon, that is monoalkyl malonic ester. Right? Since this active methylene compound is having two hydrogens on the active methylene carbon, it will also undergo further alkylation. That means this monoalkyl malonic ester, upon subjecting with the base, that is sodium ethoxide, followed by reacting with the alkyl halide, we will get the dialkyl substituted malonic ester as the product. Of course, no doubt, this malonic ester will directly give the dialkyl malonic ester product in a single step when we treat the malonic ester with the two equivalents of base as well as two equivalents of alkyl halide. We will get the dialkyl malonic ester in single step, right? And similar to that of active methylene compound, that is acetoacetic ester, our malonic ester will also undergo hydrolysis reaction. You can see in the slide, the malonic ester will undergo, the malonic ester when subjected to acid, it will undergo hydrolysis to give the carboxylic acid as the main product. You can see in the first step, the esters underwent a hydrolysis to give carboxylic acid as well as ethanol as the side product. This formed dicarboxylic acid, in which you see the two carboxylic acid groups are present on the same carbon. Such type of dicarboxylic acid, in which the acid groups are attached to same carbon, upon heating loses carbon dioxide to form monocarboxylic acid. Right? This is the characteristic property of the dicarboxylic acids. These dicarboxylic acids always loses carbon dioxide upon heating to form monocarboxylic acid. This is the characteristic property of dicarboxylic acids. Right? And similarly, not only malonic esters, monoalkyl malonic esters will also, upon subjecting with the acid, it will undergo hydrolysis to give carboxylic acid as the main product, right? Which we can clearly see from the slide. In the first reaction, the monoalkyl malonic ester undergoes hydrolysis in presence of acid medium to give ethanol as the side product. It may be noted here that always during the hydrolysis, ethanol is the side product, right? This dicarboxylic acid, alkyl substituted dicarboxylic acid, will further undergo decarboxylation upon heating to give this long chain fatty acid, that is monocarboxylic acid. Of course, no doubt, dialkyl malonic esters will also undergo hydrolysis in the similar way to give dialkyl substituted monocarboxylic acid as the product, right? And from these reactions we can say that it is very important to remember that this is the characteristic property of the dicarboxylic acids, having acid groups on the same carbon atom. You see, in all the three cases, that is malonic ester, malonic acid, monoalkyl malonic acid, dialkyl malonic acid, in these, when we heat it, they will lose carbon dioxide to form monocarboxylic acid, right? This is the characteristic property of the dicarboxylic acids. Why this decarboxylation takes place easily in such type of dicarboxylic acids, having acid groups on same carbon atom? Why? What is the reason? You can see the reason. The reason is, by losing the carbon dioxide, you can see there is a formation of a stable carbon anion. The formed carbon anion after decarboxylation will form two resonance structures. You can see there the minus charge on the alpha carbon is involved in the resonance. The minus charge has been transferred to the adjacent single bond, and the double bond between the carbonyl group is transferred to the oxygen. Thereby we will get the resonance structure 2. Because of these two resonance structures, we can say that the formed carbon anion is resonance stabilized. Thereby the carbon anion is formed easily from the parent dicarboxylic acid. That's why here is a statement given that this is the characteristic property of dicarboxylic acids having acid groups on the same carbon atom. This type of dicarboxylic acid upon heating loses carbon dioxide very easily to form monocarboxylic acid as the product, right? Its synthetic application is mainly due to two types of reactions. One is, we have already seen that due to the presence of active methylene group, you can see here, due to the presence of active methylene group, it can easily undergo alkylation when we subject this malonic ester to the base followed by alkyl halide. This is the reaction. And the second one is, this malonic ester will undergo hydrolysis to form monocarboxylic acids. Because of these two reactions, one is due to the presence of active methylene group, it undergoes alkylation upon treating with the base, and the second reaction is it undergoes hydrolysis to give monocarboxylic acid. Because of these two reasons, these two reactions, this malonic ester is an important tool in the hands of synthetic chemists. And now we are going to see the synthetic applications of malonic ester one by one in the coming slides. You can see the first application is synthesis of fatty acids. Fatty acids are nothing but the long chain carboxylic acids are called as fatty acids, right? When we subject this monoalkyl malonic ester to the acid medium, it undergoes hydrolysis to give the dicarboxylic acid, which will further undergoes decarboxylation, which is the characteristic property of this dicarboxylic acid, to give monocarboxylic acid, that is long chain fatty acid, right? And here is a question for you: how to prepare valeric acid? For this we have to draw the structure of valeric acid. This is the structure of valeric acid, which contains 5 carbon atoms, and here the valeric acid is the common name. This has been named because this pentanoic acid is available in valerian flowers. Based on that, it has been given valeric acid as the common name. This is the pentanoic acid. According to the IUPAC name, its name is pentanoic acid, right, having 5 carbon atoms, right? Since the structure of valeric acid is having 5 carbon atoms, right, you can see we can prepare the valeric acid from the previous reaction, from the previous application, that monoalkyl malonic esters undergo hydrolysis to give this long chain fatty acid, in which if we replace R group with the propyl group, that is 3 carbon atoms, we will get the valeric acid. Yes or no? Yes. So when we take propyl as the R group, we will get the valeric acid as the product, right? Coming to the second question: how to prepare isovaleric acid? Similarly, we need to know the structure. Before going to prepare this isovaleric acid, we should know the structure of isovaleric acid, and this is the structure of isovaleric acid. It is also having 5 carbon atoms, This is the isomer of valeric acid. Its IUPAC name is 3-methyl-butanoic acid. 3-methyl-butanoic acid is also known as isovaleric acid. And similarly, you can see when we substitute this R group by the isopropyl group, we can prepare the isovaleric acid. That means when we subject the malonic ester to the alkylation by using isopropyl halide, we will get the isopropyl substituted malonic ester, which on hydrolysis in presence of acid medium followed by heating, it will undergo decarboxylation to give isovaleric acid as the product, right? And how to prepare 2-methyl-propanoic acid? This is another question for you. How to prepare 2-methyl-propanoic acid? Right, for that we need to write the structure of this 2-methyl-propanoic acid based on IUPAC rules. And based on IUPAC rules, if you try to solve this structure, we will get the structure of this 2-methyl-propanoic acid like this, right? In the main chain it is having 3 carbons. The methyl group is the substituent at second position, so thereby it is known as 2-methyl-propanoic acid, right? And here, to prepare this 2-methyl-propanoic acid, we need to do alkylation twice on the malonic ester with the methyl group, right? You see here, the dialkyl malonic ester upon hydrolysis, we will get this dialkyl substituted carboxylic acid as the final product. When we replace this R group with the methyl groups, we will get the 2-methyl-propanoic acid. Just you compare the dialkyl substituted carboxylic acid product in our reaction with the 2-methyl-propanoic acid which we want to prepare, right? If we replace this R group with the methyl group, we will get the 2-methyl-propanoic acid as the final product. That means when we subject this malonic ester with the 2 equivalents of base and 2 equivalents of methyl halide, it will undergo methylation twice at the active methylene carbon of the malonic ester to give dimethyl malonic ester as the product, which upon hydrolysis followed by heating, it will undergo decarboxylation to give the 2-methyl-propanoic acid as the product. That is also known as dimethyl acetic acid. Dimethyl acetic acid, right? So in this way, we can prepare variety of carboxylic acids from the malonic ester. And coming to the second application of malonic ester, that is a synthesis of dicarboxylic acids. We can also synthesize the dicarboxylic acids from the malonic ester by this slide. You can clearly see when we subject the 2 moles of malonic ester with the iodine, what happens when we subject this carbon anion, 2 moles of carbon anion of malonic ester with the iodine, these two will combine to form this tetra ester compound, right? This tetra ester containing compound, upon hydrolysis, we will get the tetracarboxylic acid as the product. This formed tetracarboxylic acid upon heating loses 2 carbon dioxide molecules. That means this tetracarboxylic acid will undergo decarboxylation to give the dicarboxylic acid. Here it is succinic acid. Succinic acid is the dicarboxylic acid formed in this reaction. In this way, we can also prepare the dicarboxylic acids from the malonic ester. This is of right alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acids. Similar to that of acetoacetic ester, our malonic esters will also give these alpha comma beta unsaturated carboxylic acids as the product. This is a named reaction, that is a Knoevenagel reaction. This is a condensation reaction in which only aldehyde will undergo condensation with the active methylene compounds like malonic ester. In presence of organic bases like pyridine, we will get this product, right? Here only aldehydes will undergo this condensation reaction. Ketones do not give this Knoevenagel reaction. This condensation of aldehydes with the active methylene compounds in presence of base to give the product is known as a Knoevenagel reaction. This condensed product, which will further undergoes hydrolysis in presence of acid medium to lose two ethanol molecules to form this dicarboxylic acid having a double bond, right? This dicarboxylic acid, you know, which will undergo decarboxylation upon heating, which is the characteristic property of this dicarboxylic acid, to lose one carbon dioxide to give our desired alpha comma beta unsaturated carboxylic acid as the product. Here the product name is crotenoic acid, right? This is the alpha comma beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. In this way, we can prepare the alpha comma beta unsaturated carboxylic acid from the malonic ester, right? This is the third synthetic application. Coming to the next synthetic application of malonic ester, this is the very important synthetic application of malonic ester, that is, we can synthesize the amino acids. You know, amino acids are the monomers of polypeptides, that is proteins. These amino acids monomers can be prepared from the malonic ester. The monoalkyl malonic ester having one active hydrogen will undergo bromination. You can see in the first reaction, first step, this monoalkyl malonic ester underwent bromination at active methylene carbon to give monoalkyl bromomalonic ester, which will undergo hydrolysis in the second step to give the dicarboxylic acid. Upon heating, undergoes decarboxylation to give alpha bromo carboxylic acid as the product, which upon treating with the ammonia loses hydrogen bromide as the side product to form the alpha amino carboxylic acid, right? In this way, from the malonic esters we can also synthesize the malonic esters. Not only these four synthetic applications, there are many synthetic applications for the malonic ester. We can also synthesize the alcohols, cyclic carboxylic acids, beta keto acids, right? These are the variety of compounds which we can prepare from the malonic esters, right? And if you try to summarize what we have learned in this video presentation regarding the synthesis based on carbon anions, the important points are similar to that of acetoacetic ester. Our malonic ester is also an example of active methylene compound. It is a important synthetic reagent from which we can synthesize many products. This is an important tool in the hands of synthetic chemists. Because of the presence of active methylene group, it will easily undergo alkylation, and as well as it undergoes hydrolysis in presence of acid medium to give carboxylic acid as the main product, right? Based on these two reactions, this malonic ester is utilized as an important reagent to prepare variety of compounds. our malonic ester can be prepared from acetic acid by following series of reactions. And as well, we have covered the tautomerism in malonic esters and certain synthetic applications of malonic ester with suitable examples, right? And I think now you are feeling very comfort with what we have studied, with what we have discussed in this video presentation. And if you have any doubts, please post your questions or doubts in the comment section. There your questions will be answered. And finally, thank you for going through the video presentation. Nurture the nature for the future. Thank you.